Right guys, welcome to Talking Tech, Consumer Takeover Edition. I'm Joe.
I'm Ollie, and today we'll be talking about a couple of gadgets.
In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the NINJA CREAMi Swirl.
I'll be doing the review on the Ray-Bans.
And then I'll be doing the GoPro Max 2, which is the new one, and then also the GoPro Hero 12, which I've had for a couple of years. But I purchased this before going on a skiing trip with family, friends, whatever you. Reason I wanted this versus the GoPro 12 I had prior was because this one, if you look, you've got the camera that side and that side, which contains the Max Photo Lens mod, which comes on that as an add-on. But with this one, it will use both lenses side by side, stitch the 280 degree cameras to make it a 360 degree view. So you can film as you're skiing around or snowboarding around, mountain biking around, what have you, and it will basically just give you every single shot you want around the slopes. So what it will do is...
that one to that one then?
Yeah, because I missed out loads of footage on that one, which I would have preferred to had on this one. So with that one, you've only got what's in front of you, whereas with this one, I'd put it on a stalk or pole, whatever you have here. Hold that in front, so you can gain the footage in front of you as well as behind you. But it also catches all the slips, trips and falls as well, which is quite funny.
Which we got a couple of.
Yeah, we've got quite a few. Hence why this one's got a couple of battle scars. So this one, great. It's got the camera on the back, the front, but then you've got the screen on the front and the back. But due to, I don't know if you can pick that up, but it has been through the wars, this one, bless it.
So do you have that just as it is, or do you have to buy all the additional accessories, or do you not need accessories? What sort of price point was it?
The GoPro 12 now, because it's outdated, is $349.99 most merchants, but I bought the extended Max Mod Lens 2 for that, just so you get a wider frame of angle in it. Mm-hmm. So it picks up more. But with that being said, it picks up more light, so the images tend to be a bit more distorted.
And you've got a couple of batteries with it as well, haven't you?
2 Enduro batteries. The GoPro Max 2 comes with slightly larger Enduro batteries.
Yeah.
But they last a bit longer.
So what didn't you like about it?
What I didn't like. What I don't like about this one is, one, the camera's too bulky. So if you've got it on your helmet, it tends to sort of hit, if you're snowboarding, it will sit on your helmet and pull your helmet almost a little bit forward. So that's frustrating. And then if you want to take this out with you skiing, you have to keep a large rucksack per se to keep the pole in, versus if you had just a normal helmet and then that'll clip on the helmet. Both can use a pole, but this one's more optimal to hold the pole, and then you can extend it.
Because you get better view with it, don't you?
Yeah, you can get whatever better view. You can hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. But I like this one. This is my personal favourite. So I bought that one for skiing, which is good. Got some good footage. And then this one, I don't just use for mountain bike. I don't just use for skiing, mountain biking, work purposes. So I'll put it on at work when I'm doing building work, and I'll have me filming all my trail work.
Which we've also got footage of.
So yeah, I'll have that on.
Yeah.
And then you can see me doing my tricks at work with my trowel. See how I spread the muck. It's interesting. People want to see that.
But then so if you've got a lot of content and then the difference between obviously using the footage and then editing and all of that lot, do you use specific software for it, or is it?
There is software you can buy. You've got Adobe packages, or you've got the Quick app that comes with GoPro itself. So that one itself is pretty good for formatting, which I use. They take a lot of time.
And how do you normally download the photos?
So they'll come with their own SIM, an SD card. It will store it on the SD card, and then when it's connected to a Wi-Fi device or a Wi-Fi network, it will then try and upload it to the cloud.
So it goes straight to your phone?
But depending if you have a membership or not, it will then upload some of it or not, and you get a certain amount of memory in the cloud. So if you pay for a better membership, you get better perks. You get the software package if you upgrade, you get more cloud memory, and then obviously if you upgrade the SD card, you'll get more storage and stuff. But
do longer videos come out in like a worse quality, or do they come out?
So when you do the direct footage from the GoPro, it won't download in HD until you've fully downloaded it to the app or to the device you're trying to download it to, iPad, iPhone, Android, whatever. So, and then it films in the GoPro 2 Max films in 8K. Sorry, voice is going. That'll film in 8K, 60 frames per second. and then the GoPro 12 will film in 5.3K at 60 frames per second as well. But photos can be filmed in 8K, captured in 8K on the GoPro 12.
Nice. So I know that you do a lot of reviewing and you look at different products. Was there a reason that you went for GoPro versus, I don't know, other providers of, say, 360 cameras, or was it just the brand? Or
I've always wanted the 360 camera, which I know Insta360 do their own camera, which has been the flagship of their brand. But going skiing with someone who had the camera, I didn't like the interface, the software, and how it worked compared to what I already knew, which is the GoPro 12. So I had the GoPro 12, the Insta360 was out, and I was waiting for the GoPro 2 to come out, but it hadn't come out.
What was it you didn't like about the original 360 then?
The GoPro Max 1, it was outdated. So it was out, it was older, didn't film in 8K, and it didn't compare to the other models that were on the market. So I was just patiently waiting for GoPro to unveil the GoPro 2 Max.
yeah, like it.
Yeah.
But I like that one the most because it gets everything and it stitches it out, and then you can spend ages on your app filming around in your room trying to capture every image you got.
Which is got, and so I think my only other question was, I've seen a lot of them that do things like, waterproof, or, like going underwater or doing certain things like that. Again, do you have to get like different accessories, or is it waterproof?
They're waterproof to so many meters, but then anything beyond that, you'll have to get a waterproof casing for it.
Right, okay.
This one here is no longer waterproof.
Because you cracked it.
Because I crashed it, yeah. So
and how
it was waterproof.
How did you crash it?
I think it was an accident at work, wasn't it?
Maybe. Basically, we used it for work to capture digger footage, and then the diggers have a great big screen that folds backwards and forwards, and we forgot it was there. And then it just smashed in, broke it, yeah.
But it does still work.
It does still work.
Yeah.
So trial and error, it beats the sight test, and it beats being beaten up by a digger. So
9 out of 10 for that.
It wasn't looking in it that cracked it.
what are you trying to say? But they're good. I like the cameras. The only thing I'd say is with the software, it takes an absolute age to just even buffer the images or the videos. So sometimes you'll spend ages on the quick app that I use, and it's just buffering, and yeah, you can lose your mind of it. And then sometimes it won't work, and then you sort of just forget about it. And then there's footage on there currently that I haven't looked at just because I can't be asked to wait for the software to come up.
So to GoPro.
GoPro good, like it. Just the editing software maybe could do with a bit of work.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're on par with all the cameras on the market, frames per second. And then also these have got the stabilization mod 6 on. I think it's mod 6, but they've got the new stabilization mode. So you can have something called horizon lock. Mm-hmm. And that basically just means it will lock it on the horizon. So if you flip the camera 360, or you flip 360 and land it hopefully, the camera will stay locked on the horizon. So it keeps it portrait, depending on what you've got it in. You can have it in 16:9, 9:16, and then square to pick your optimal frame for the content, so like YouTube or phone viewing and things like that.
So that's quite smart then, for obviously.
Yeah. And then, like I said, with the stabilization mode, you could be on like a mountain bike or a pit bike or something. It will get rid of the motion.
I like that.
So just keep it nice and smooth.
Did it come with mounts and stuff like that, or did you have to buy them separately?
The Max 2 I bought as the kit, so it came with the 2 lenses, the pole, and a case. The Hero 12 I bought just standard, and then rather than me going through GoPro to buy the mounts, the variety of mounts, I bought on Amazon on a cheap, and that was, I'll find the link, but it was about, I think it was all of 20 quid, and they came with a box.
Yeah.
All the mounts, the sticky pads, the cases and things like that.
Is that why the GoPro took a tumble then when you crashed?
I'll tell you what, even though I crashed, so snowboarding, travelling about 56 miles an hour. I may have collided, maybe. It was obviously their fault, but I collided with a skier. You know, skiers obviously they're not as good as snowboarders,
no.
But collided with a skier at 56 miles an hour, crashed, and that was still intact to the helmet. So Amazon sticky pads work a treat.
Link below.
Link below. I'll find the link, but yeah, that worked really well. And then even my Apple Watch at the time said, "You've been in a car accident." and it tried to alert the emergency services. I was like, no. And then I tried to get up and I couldn't. So I was 2 days into a ski trip and I couldn't do it anymore because my knee was busted. So that's the pullback that GoPros aren't good for knee injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good cameras. I like them.
Not sure that's their fault though, but
Yeah.
Blame.
But we'll put a link to all of them below as well, including the Amazon stickers and everything else.
Yeah, the Amazon stickers were a pucker.
No, but I think especially with you guys doing a lot of the sports and bits and pieces as well, it'd be quite good for you to do a couple of the other sort of sport type action.
Well, I'll tell you what I do want to do with that is I bought a flagpole for my truck and you can put the pole in the back of the truck so I could have me driving and film in the truck. So I might even do that soon.
Yeah, that would be quite cool.
Down the A3.
Yeah,
driving down the A3 through the Hindhead Tunnel.
Love that. Love it. And so you've got something slightly different, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the Wayfarer Gen 2 ones. And I think they're slightly different to the Gen 1 ones because they've got better quality and they can record for longer. Because I think the last ones, they only recorded up to like 30 seconds of footage and then you'd start a new video. Whereas these ones can do a lot longer and I think you can get more storage on them now.
They look stylish.
Do you want to try one?
Yeah. Do I actually suit glasses?
Just not them ones.
I was going to say,
What do you think?
I feel like they are quite a bulky set of glasses, but...
So you say these, right? These are the two little lenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the left side, when you start recording, there's a light that flashes to show it's recording.
Yeah.
And the left side is the actual camera. So the right side doesn't actually do much, but just...
That's not a camera?
No, it just tells people you're recording. Whereas the left side's the
So
camera.
if I wanted to just secretly record?
I mean, yeah, but depends where you're doing it.
So can you cover that? Was it bleep red?
No, it bleeps like it's a white flashing light, like a torch on your phone.
Mm.
And I think there's been quite a bit, hasn't there, in the press recently about, glasses, people recording what they shouldn't have and all of that.
Because I think you can get stickers and stuff to cover the light, which is how people get around filming in places they shouldn't. But
So are you recording right now?
How much? No.
Yeah, I don't think they turn on.
No. How do I turn them on?
Inside the... Let's put them forward. I think they're on there.
Done this before, haven't you?
And then they got a couple of other features as well. When you go out into the light, I know they're clear now, but when you go outside into like sunlight, after a couple of, I think it's like 10 seconds, they change into a...
God, what's that noise?
84%
these have battery.
There you go.
But they change colour, the lenses, to a lens that helps you in light. And they've got built-in speakers and stuff like that, so you can listen to Spotify or your Amazon podcast, stuff like that.
So you can take them to work.
Yeah. Podcast.
Yeah.
But you can barely hear the speakers once you've got them on and stuff.
Hey?
But I think they film in a 3K instead of yours, which was an 8K?
8K and 5.3K, yeah.
So still pretty good, but I think the old ones were 1080p, the Gen 1 ones.
Well, maybe because you were saying, weren't you, that there were certain features that you wanted to have in these, but they didn't quite have them.
Yeah, because I don't think they're out yet. There's a set of glasses called I think they're by Ray-Bans as well.
Yeah.
And they're the display glasses, but I don't think you can buy them yet. I think they're just...
Oh, like the Apple ones?
Yeah, so you can, say if you've got maps up on your phone, the maps will be in your glasses. So say if you're walking
you can actually
somewhere,
see them on the screen. A bit like the cars, isn't it? Sometimes when the cars have the, like the mileage
Heads-up
display or
display,
something.
yeah.
a bit like that.
Yeah. But they were, I think they were pre-order only, weren't they?
And I think that it comes with a wristband as well, so you can give actions and stuff.
Yeah.
And it will know, you can scroll on it, you can do messages and stuff like that on it.
Yeah, that's just like the Apple ones.
So there's a lot more on them, but I don't think they're out yet to public.
I think they're nice, but they are, like you say, they're still quite bulky, aren't they, on the the sides? No.
No. I wouldn't even know I've got them on.
And they do have a touchscreen feature as well. If you tap on the side, you can play music, and then
Would these connect to AirPods or any wireless headphone? Because I know that with the GoPros you can.
Well, I don't think
connect. You can do audio. What would you call it? You can use you can say to you can use your AirPods to connect to the GoPro. So you can say GoPro start filming.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you'd need headphones though, because they've got speakers in them. Otherwise, you'd have two sets of
And you turn them up and
speakers.
down, don't you, using the
Yeah,
side?
there's a slide pad that you can turn them up and down with.
I think they're pretty smart. What would you say, like price point wise? Would you say, you know, if you're going to be going and getting a pair of sunglasses or whatever, do you think they're?
I don't think they're far off what most people pay for sunglasses. Well, like most branded sunglasses, they're £379 for them.
Yeah.
But I think there is more expensive ones, and they have polarized lenses for people that need them.
Yeah.
Should I go blind looking at the sun?
Well, because you looked at the Oakley ones first, didn't you?
Yeah.
I liked those ones, the running ones.
Yeah. But I just thought they'd be more practical and, I don't know, for general use. They'd be more practical.
So would you, if you're doing it again, would you wait for the next ones with the screen in, or would you still go for these ones?
I mean, I still think they're pretty cool. I'd probably have them as well, but I would like the other ones.
Yeah, so what's the purpose? What would be the purpose? I know you're filming things, but what would be like a taxi driver? I don't know. Capture footage.
I think
hasn't got his dash cam on. He goes, oh no.
I think
it's more just for people who like gadgets, and they're pretty much like headphones, but just with a bit more, like you can talk to them and ask them questions a bit like Siri.
So if you've got no friends, you could just go
and talk
like
to
them. And then,
could be an option, yeah.
come on, mate. I'm getting loads of friends with these on.
And they also have AI translate. So if you have a bit of text in front of you,
Now that could
you
be
ask
quite
it to translate
exciting.
it will do it for you.
So if you're somewhere and they're talking into it, would it actually read it out to you, or it would actually send it to you in a text?
I haven't actually
message,
tested it out yet, so I'd have to see about that.
We'll get some footage.
Yeah. Got some really good footage. And again, link below. But I quite like them. I think there was one other feature as well. You were talking about can it read out to you? So for example, if you do get a text
read
message,
your mind then.
Yeah,
that would be really
so
cool.
it'll ping up. So say if you get a text message, it'll pop up, say who you got the message from, and it'll say, do you want me to read it out? And then it'll ask you to reply back as well, and then you shout into it and it'll
Which is a
reply back
similar
for you.
function, isn't it, to the, like you say, to Siri or whoever, isn't
Well,
it?
it's just like having a set of, I keep saying AirPods,
it's like
because I'm
hands-free.
used to Apple, but it's like having AirPods, isn't it? Just got a camera.
It's sort of hands-free Siri in a way, but just with a little bit more, couple of features. And it has another feature on it where if you ask it to go into AI mode, like if you talk about stuff that's in front of you and you say, what's that? It will tell you what it is just by looking at stuff.
Oh, that would be quite smart.
Yeah. So I think someone used it on like they were at a cathedral and they asked it what cathedral it was and it told them which one it was straight away, which is quite cool.
That's quite smart.
What cathedral was it?
I haven't got a clue.
We'll have to try it. We'll have to try that one.
Yeah.
Fab.
I think for what they are, I think they've got a fair few features, but I do think they are a little bit pricey for what.
I think it's just because there's nothing on the market that offers what this is, so it's a bit more expensive.
But I feel like if they were the same price for the other ones, I feel like that would be quite good for its money. But
It's not like a set of Temu glasses, is it? No.
Got $15.99.
they'll probably break after a couple of weeks.
I like these.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
And the case as well. You plug in the case at the bottom with the same as the new iPhone chargers, and then pop the glasses
more
in
noises.
there, and that charges them.
It's making more noises.
I don't know what it's doing.
I've actually, but maybe it's because of the case. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Like it. Nice. So I guess the last one, the Ninja. Now, I've got to admit, I know this was great fun and I did really like using this, but I think this is maybe my fault.
Well, you said it was more of a making the ice cream instead of actually.
Because I've seen before where you can actually get, the ice cream makers where you've got the kind of the tub and it freezes it and it turns it into ice cream from a solution. With this one, I found that you make the ice cream, but then once you've frozen it for 24 hours, you then kind of put it in the
You still have to do it 24 hours?
Yeah, you still have to do it for 24 hours. Yeah. What you can actually do, which is a bit of a cheat, by the way, one of the things you can actually do is if you actually bought pre-made ice cream, so in like the tubs or Haagen-Dazs or whatever.
I think you did, didn't you?
What? Oh,
I did actually. Yeah,
did you?
Yeah, I did actually cheat. On one of them, not all of them, yeah. Not the mint choc chip. That was definitely in the
Kathy,
yeah. That
recipe.
was me. Yeah, but you can buy, so say like a Haagen-Dazs or whatever ice cream. You can put that in the kind of the mixer. It mixes it up, and then you turn it into a soft scoop ice cream or soft serve ice cream. So that I think was the different thing for me in that it's more of a it makes the smoothies after you've actually prepared the actual
So you still have to
ingredients.
make the ice cream yourself.
Yeah.
And that's more of just a way to pour it.
Yeah.
And mix
So
it.
I kind of see this as not a standard ice cream maker. I see this as in between like a professional ice cream machine and, a server. And I think also the nice thing, so the things I did like about it was that you could go off and make your own recipe. So if you wanted a gluten-free, dairy-free, any of those things, you can make your own recipe. I also like the fact that you could do alcoholic ones. So I did tequila rosé,
Of course.
toffee vodka and a few others. That I thought was really, really cool. And you could also add your little toppings. So say, for example, you did mint ice cream.
Do you add them in when you make the ice cream, or is that...
No. So what I realised when I did it is if you do a mint choc chip and you put the choc chips in one go, it freezes it, but all freezes at the bottom. So don't do that.
Do the choc chips go through the machine?
Well, so you make the ice cream, then once you've frozen it for 24 hours, you then put your toppings, so say like chocolate chips or...
After you put it in the
eights.
machine?
No, you put it, so there's like an attachment just to one side, you clip it all in and then you set it to mix. It then mixes it all together and then you put it in the front and then it dispenses it off.
So even though they were at the bottom, they still didn't mix through when you mixed it?
It kind of just sludged it all at the bottom. So really, you should make your actual flavour, then put it in, then obviously put it at the top. And I think the other nice thing as well with this is that you can do different flavours, but each one of these containers does about 5 cones. So you put it in the machine, obviously you turn the handle. I've got some really cool footage that obviously, again, I'll share, and it's kind of showing how to do a lot of these in the attachments. But I think this was quite cool because you put it in and you can make 5 cones every time you kind of pull down the lever. The only thing is there is a little bit of an art to it because a lot of the ice creams that I made, unless you've actually got the knack to it, yeah. The NINJA Swirl by CREAMi is a high-end ice cream maker. Not only does it produce ice creams, but it also does frozen yogurts, smoothies, and your very own Mr. Whippy ice creams. So take a look at the recipe booklet that is included within the box. Place it into the machine, press the respin button, and what you'll then find is it becomes a very smooth form of your ice cream. Remove the drip tray from underneath the machine. Hold your cone very still underneath the nozzle and then using your right arm, pull the lever down very gently to the right hand side. This will then start to dispense the ice cream in a soft, smooth form. You may get better over time, but just try and hold the cone as smooth as you can and then try and practice as you pull the lever down and the ice cream is then dispensed. So, you have your ice cream. Very simple and very easy to make. Just try perhaps maybe experimenting with different ingredients and different forms, but it's very exciting and it's been really great to use.
I think from one thing from watching it though, I quite like the handle, where you actually feel like Mr. Whippy yourself.
Yeah, it was like a proper Mr. Whippy and like an ice cream cone and put
Except
chocolate
yours
on
was
the
Mr. Flop.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So I loved it. I mean, the only thing I would say again as well is it was $349.99. It has since gone down to just under, I think it was $299.99.
Since purchasing,
yeah. And it was a limited edition one, so it's a nicer colour. But for if you want a standard ice cream maker, I think you can go a bit cheaper. But this was obviously a lot more fun.
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient.
Well, not for the size.
No. again, it is a proper accessory now on the kitchen side. But I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. But I think it is more, maybe if you've got like a little coffee shop or something like that where you've got people coming around, I don't know whether you'd get the use of it on a kind of...
Because did you feel like, other than having to make your ice cream like by yourself, did you feel like it was quite easy to use after that?
I think, I mean, if you're using it as a machine, I think the hardest thing I found is when you actually get it out of the box.
What, because of the weight of it?
No.
Oh.
No, more of a... Well, which you have to go through the guide, and it does come with it. Yeah, to put things in certain places. There was a certain knack to it because obviously every part comes different, so you have to kind of do a little bit of build to start off with. But yeah, I just found I loved the machine. It was great fun, but I just don't know whether you'd use it that often.
Yeah.
So that was my only little, it's going to
once in a blue moon.
Yeah, yeah. And if
and
unless you love
I've
ice
got to
cream,
clean it out.
Yeah.
So how easy is it to clean all that?
Actually pretty good.
Can you put them in the dishwasher?
Yeah, they can all go in the dishwasher or the
dishwasher
compartments, but you still do get it. You make a mess. You make a massive mess in the kitchen.
As we know.
Yeah. I love making a mess when I cook anyway. But yeah, I just thought, loved it. Great fun. Think it's brilliant, but I think unless you've got kids kind of screaming every weekend that they want, ice cream, and if you're going to be preparing it every weekend, and that again was the thing. It's like if you've got people coming around, you've got to remember that you can't just get out the ice cream maker. You've got to make it 24 hours ahead for them people to come around to then do it. So that was my kind of my biggest thing with it. But from a brand point of view, I do love Ninja Shark stuff. I do love all the other things that obviously I think that they do, and they're quite innovative when they do bring out these things. So I know that in the future episodes we want to start going into other things like the coffee machine.
Because we've got the air fryer.
Yes.
The dual action air fryer.
Yep.
Why are you laughing?
That's just the way you said it. Dual.
I'm passionate about my air frying. Thank you.
Yeah.
But again, I think that from an air frying point of view, there's loads of different things that people talk about, like dual ovens, single ovens, bigger ovens, smaller ovens. Some people use it for everyday cooking, some people use it. So I think a whole new episode on air fryers, coffee machines, all the great things that Ninja
get
do.
into my jaw.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think we could do a whole
Just
episode.
think, one side you could do max crisp, and the other side you can do bake.
An ice cream on the
I
side.
didn't realise you could do that. I thought it had to be like one or the other.
No, you can obviously match them, but one side has the other.
See, we can do a whole
You could do a rotisserie chicken and bake some cakes on the other side.
that I never
It's
thought
been
of.
done. I've seen it on Facebook.
I just like it for a cook it does stuff.
They're like Costco nuggets.
Yeah.
Fiery nuggies.
So no, yeah, I think from that one, I would love to do more reviews on some of the Ninja stuff. So I think again, from anyone in the audience that's got some suggestions, not just Ninja, but any of the other things, I think it'd be,
And just for the people out there, does it come in other colourways? Other than this lovely colour scheme?
It does. Yeah, there's about 5 different colours. This was because it was limited edition and it had pink on it. That's why.
Are we saying teal or is it mint?
I think mint and strawberry.
Mint and chocolate.
Yeah. But yeah, there was lots of other colours. Yeah, I just went for that one because it was pink and it was limited edition. But I think, again, if there are any manufacturers of tech out there who want us to review other bits and you have any suggestions, to drop them in, because we want to do more and more tech.
Yeah. At other people's stuff in the comments, and then we'll try and review it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, we're a little bit rusty. This is, mine and yours. This is our first one in the studio. So we will get a bit better, which is a bit patchy. So as the more episodes go on, we will get a bit better. We'll be a bit more fluid, won't we? So don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And we'll see you on the next one.
And don't forget that if you have any gadget ideas, drop them in the comments below. Or if you're a manufacturer, get in touch.
Do you know what?
Candy,
I really
candy.
could do with a sauna.
I ain't got any time
If
to do
anyone
it.
out there's got a sauna, then send it my way.